because I don't know, we're a great team, aren't we? But anyway, where was I? Obviously, using Aymeric Laporte has been a massive problem for Man City throughout the season. They've had to obviously play Fernandinho at a centre back role, which, to be fair, he's actually done a really good job in. But the issue that we're having with that is that because he's in that centre back role, they're missing in that holding midfield role. Now, Fernandinho has been the best holding midfielder in the Premier League over the last 5 seasons, in my opinion. I don't think there's any doubt about, we can't doubt his consistency and ability on and off the ball. The impact he's had, I think, has been felt the most this season. Rodri is a brilliant player. He's a European class CDM or holding midfielder, but you can see the difference it makes when they don't have Fernandinho in that position. Also being partnered with either Otamendi or Stones, because obviously Laporte is injured, has been a real struggle as well. Stones, a couple of years back, you would have said could had the potential to become a world-class centre-back in terms of how good he was on the ball, how composed he was. He was never the greatest, he's never been the greatest defensively, but he's extremely composed on the ball, and it's kind of what the modern centre-backs have been moving to lately. But he's just made so many mistakes. Even Pep's like, rah, I don't know if I can trust you on the pitch, it's a bit mad. Even Pep's like that now. And then Otamendi had a brilliant season when he was with Vince and company, but has really struggled for form of late and hasn't been trusted really by Pep Guardiola. The fact that they're playing Fernandinho in centre back rather than trusting both of them on the pitch just says enough. And to be fair, it's warranted from a manager point of view because they just both made so many mistakes. I don't want to get into Benjamin Mendy. He's one of the most frustrating players you'll ever see. Like, he's such an athlete. He's so strong and physical. He's a brilliant crosser of the ball. He's technically average, I would say, but he's a brilliant crosser of the ball. But he's just so inconsistent with his performances, and even Pep can't trust him there. Zinchenko, for me, is a backup fullback. He's a backup fullback. I would never trust him in a team like Man City as my first choice fullback. I think that Kyle Walker and Cancelo on the other side are good enough. I don't think it's probably either of them are Pep Guardiola's perfect fullback, but then he spent like, what? He spent like 115 million on them combined, so he's probably not going to have much money to spend on those fullbacks again. So obviously, if I was Man City, I think the first place I'd be looking to improve would be the left back area. So obviously at the moment you've got Zinchenko and Mendy. I wouldn't be upset if I lost Benjamin Mendy and got a good fullback in replace of him. The issue is there are not many fullbacks at the moment that clubs are going to let go, because I think obviously over the last season or two, when you look at the Liverpool fullbacks in Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, they've kind of led the example of how effective fullbacks can be, and obviously other teams are looking for those fullbacks now. So I guess when you look at the top quality fullbacks in the world right now, I guess you could say obviously you're going to have Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold there. You're going to have probably Alphonso Davies. You're going to have, I can't even think of that many more, to be fair, because there's not that many in the world. But those fullbacks are literally priceless at the moment because of just how effective they can be in the game. Like, these fullbacks are now getting more assists than strikers. Obviously, they play slightly different at a team like Liverpool, which are very heavily reliant on overlapping and creating wide options. Whereas in Man City, they come inside and inverted. They come almost into midfield, where I guess it's not so much about your athleticism but your technical ability. So I think, for example, a good player that they could look at is Ben Chilwell, if Chelsea don't get him already, because Chelsea might. If they went in to get Ben Chilwell, he could offer someone that has a lot of Premier League experience at quite a young age, someone that's reliable, someone that can defend well, but also has good quality on the ball, so he'd be a good option. Another good option would be someone called Pau Torres from Villarreal, a young fullback, almost in the mold of Jordi Alba, the kind of modern, rapid Spanish fullback, which has been in such demand. He could be a good option, but then again, he's slightly inexperienced, so whether he'll be strong enough defensively will be an interesting one. I also think centre-back would be obviously someone that they want to look to improve on. I reckon he may probably get rid of either Stones or Otamendi, so it'd be really good if you could find someone that can be consistent and be a good partner to Aymeric Laporte. Now, in my head, I'm thinking Upamecano from Leipzig, because he's such a solid player. It's someone that is absolute athlete, like, you're not going to outpace him. He's very strong as well. He's very comfortable on the ball and doesn't make many mistakes at all. So someone that's actually very reliable. I'm not sure how much he's going to cost, probably around 50 or 60 million. And obviously in the modern day climate, also, I don't want to get involved in obviously the dispute with the playing in the Champions League, that's always going to affect their transfer plans and stuff like that. But I think that's definitely somewhere that they would look to improve on if they have the possibility to. Milan Skriniar from Inter Milan is also a good player. Almost in the bulk build of Vincent Company in terms of he's just a very, very good tackler, a very good defense.